Hello, and welcome to In Case You Missed It, Black Audacity Style. We will bring you up to speed today on last week's news and hot topics that you may have missed. I'm Luanda Moore, CEO of Black Audacity Magazine, and your host for this evening. Today, we will be discussing the 2024 SAG Awards. We'll talk about President Biden's reelection campaign. We'll also discuss two HBCU college baseball teams facing off in Atlanta, the rise of measles cases in Florida, and in breaking news, the ruling in the Daryl George case. So pour yourself a drink, grab a snack, and let's get into it. In political news, President Biden's reelection campaign has been pushing to publicly highlight the Black history made under President Biden's administration in hopes of gaining more Black voters this November. Now, since President Biden has been in office, we now have the first ever Black and female, I might add, Vice President Kamala Harris, and the first Black Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin. Under the Biden administration, we got our first ever Black Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown Jackson. We got student loan debt relief, more HBCU funding, the infrastructure bill passed, and so much more. This is all amazing, but is it enough to sway Black voters? Well, CNN News has reported that in the latest national poll, 75% of Black voters say that they would vote for Joe Biden again, compared to 16% for Trump. Some voters believe that while, yes, we have had more Black people in powerful positions, but we also still have lots of Black folks living in poverty. Others believe that this list is receipts of Joe Biden's support for Black people and the community. What say you? Leave your comments, your thoughts down in the comment section. In sports news, on March 1st and 2nd, the Atlanta Braves hosted a two-game series between the Florida A&M University Rattlers and the Grambling State University Tigers at the Coolray Field in Lawrenceville. This is the fourth year for the event, and the Rattlers have won two of the last three previous years. However, they are not worried about who wins. They are hoping this event brings more Black baseball players into the sport. The number of Black American players in Major League Baseball has declined since the league began collecting this data back in the 1990s. Last year on opening day, only 6.2% of the players were Black. I too hope that this event brings attention to this issue and inspires more interest in playing the sport on a professional level from the Black community. In health news, the eighth measles case in the state of Florida has been confirmed. NBC News reported that the virus is expanding, and the CDC reported that as of Friday, February the 24th, there had been at least 35 measles cases in 15 states this year alone. Now, Pennsylvania and Philadelphia have been the states mostly affected, and now Florida is the state with the largest outbreak. Measles is highly contagious, and unvaccinated people have a 90% chance of becoming infected if they are exposed. Also, people who are infected are contagious for up to 3 weeks. Parents should watch for the following symptoms: high fever, rashes, and red, watery eyes. And if you see any of these symptoms, you should see your doctor immediately if you think you or your child has been exposed to measles. In more health news, a study from the American Psychological Association showed that only 4% of therapists are Black men. It also showed that Black men are less likely to try therapy. And when they do, they would like their therapist to look like them. Licensed counselor Justin DeBals addressed this very issue in a recent article on Alive. He also stated that while he was studying at Auburn University, 80% of the people in his program were female, and he saw no one that looked like him. That is why he and another licensed counselor, who is also a Black man, joined Counseling Brothers of Atlanta, a nonprofit organization for Black men counselors. They encourage Black men to reach out, and they also are all about creating a safe space for Black men to seek counseling when they need it. In some sad celebrity news, last weekend, Beyonce's uncle, Roland, passed away. He was 77 years old. Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mom, took to Instagram to announce the passing of her brother on Monday, February the 26th. She stated, "I will miss him so much. He was an Air Forceman. He loved riding motorcycles, and he was a black belt in karate. He was greatly loved. Sail on, Butch. I am sending my condolences to the entire Knowles family." Now, the SAG Awards, moving on to some lighter news, was held on Saturday, February the 24th in Los Angeles, California, at the Los Angeles Shrine Auditorium and Expo Hall, honoring the best in television and film. Some of the winners from the night included Ayo Edebiri, Corey Hendricks, Edwin Lee Gibson, and Lionel Boyce for outstanding performance by an ensemble in a comedy series. Ayo also won for outstanding performance by a female actor in a comedy series as well. Divine Joy Randolph won for outstanding performance by a female actor in a supporting role, and the Lifetime Achievement Award went to none other than Barbara Streisand. We want to say congratulations to all of the winners of the night. In breaking news, on Monday, February the 26th, CNN reported that the Supreme Court expressed concern over laws in Florida and Texas that censor certain spam, speech, and information in social media as far as it pertains to political viewpoints, allegedly against conservatives. I, for one, think this is ridiculous. I think it's a stunt by the Republicans. But as of now, it is unclear about how the justices will rule. So stick a pin in it. We also have an update on the case of Daryl George, the student at Barbers Hill High School who received an in-school suspension due to his lock hairstyle. Unfortunately, the court ruled in favor of the school, stating that the school's hair length policy does not violate the Crown Act. George and his family said that they plan to continue to fight, and we hope that this involves them appealing this ruling. In more breaking news, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Senior Vice President of Strategic Alliances and Outreach, Rick Wade, sat down with two other business leaders to discuss the issues that Black-owned businesses have faced over time and how important it is to highlight these types of stories. Now, the start of Black-owned businesses began after the Civil War when African Americans turned to entrepreneurship out of necessity. Segregation was at a high, and creating their businesses was the only place that they could turn to buy and sell goods and services. So, in the 20th century, Tulsa's Greenwood District in Tulsa, Oklahoma, had formed and it was thriving in the Black community. Now, the districts had hotels, nightclubs, clothing stores, movie theaters, and so much more. And then, sadly, on May the 31st, 1921, over 300 people lost their lives during the Tulsa Race Massacre, where mobs of white residents attacked the homes of these thriving Black residents and destroyed their homes and their businesses and their lives. That was one of so many horrific incidents in Black history in this country that we will never forget and will continue to teach about. Fast forward to the state of Black America and Black businesses today. It is thriving, but Dr. Ken Harris, president and CEO of the National Business League, stated that one of the challenges, is now matching successful businesses with the capital that they need to be successful and to grow, which is still a major issue. I know about this issue all too well from personal experience, so hashtag support and fund Black businesses. Well, that's all for now. I hope you have enjoyed today's segment of In Case You Missed It, Black Audacity Style. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and turn on those notifications so that you can see more Black Audacity Magazine YouTube content show up in your feed. I'll see you back here next week, same time, same place. I'm Luanda Morris, CEO of Black Audacity Magazine, and we are unapologetically and unambiguously Black Audacity. Stick around for a brief word about our sponsor. Thank you so much for watching, and see you back here next week. Thank you so much to our sponsor, Eldemi. Eldemi is the new way of living your whole entire best life, your new lifestyle brand from a healthy body to glowing skin. Eldemi has what you need to get your beauty on the inside and the outside, including getting your best body back before the summer arrives. So visit www.eldemi.com. That's eldemi.com, where you will find everything you need to live your whole entire best life. That's Eldemi Luxury Lifestyle brand.